This angle. What's going on? Oh, we're live. That always surprises me.
It does.
When we go live.
Even when we press the button and we know it's coming.
And we know it's coming. Yep, every time.
Oh, well. There it is.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to take my phone's on silent. We're good to go. We're
Okay.
good to go.
Sure we are.
Yeah.
Why are we never prepared for this?
Because that would be off-brand for us.
It would be. It would be.
People love us for our chaos.
I hope so. Because that's what we do.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the first Sunday of the month, which means that we're here to talk about our book club book. This was the June book club book, The Haunting of Alejandra by Castro. This was Kelly's book club pick.
It was.
And
it was indeed.
We, for our little activity today, we were gonna make salt dough sugar skulls, but I messed up, didn't read the instructions, so instead I panicked bought a coloring book of sugar skulls from Walmart. So we're just gonna color and talk about The Haunting of Alejandra because there are so many times in this book that she mentioned sugar skulls and all of that. I just was like, this is perfect, it fits. So yeah, we'll pick a page. Oh my gosh, there's an oliphant. How is that a sugar skull? I don't know.
I think it's the style because it's got flowers and whatever. Oh, look at that. That big balloon.
Oh. I'm just going to try the whole time. I'm like looking
You're trying.
Anyway.
Okay, go back because I think I want to do that one.
I also got some brand new markers that I picked up at TJ Maxx, so they're dual-sided.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Once again,
the struggle is real over
here. You think we would be more prepared than we are?
Yeah, no, not so much.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't even know. It's been a long...
I just read it and I don't even know.
Honestly, same. So what I gathered from this book, it's a multi-generational tale.
Mm-hmm.
And it deals with this curse that was put upon this family a long time ago,
yes.
And it's like a demon that is portraying or pretending to be La Llorona.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I gathered from the story, pretty much.
Yeah. So the bulk of the book is about Alejandra, who is, I guess, the main character, who's like going through it, big depression, and she's seeing images of La Llorona and getting like suicidal thoughts and tendencies, and she's unhappy in her marriage. Because of this haunting and this curse, she's starting to have, bad thoughts about her children, and decides to go finally get help for herself and goes to therapy. I did not like this book.
I didn't either. Oh my God.
I hated this book.
Oh my gosh. I literally thought that I was going to be walking in here and you were going to say that you loved it and that I hated it.
No, I really hated this book.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that... I'm not glad that you hated the book, but I'm glad that I wasn't alone.
You weren't alone in this? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This book was a struggle to get through. Holy guacamole. And I was so pumped for it because it has La Llorona, and that's one of my favorite supernatural tales.
Except it really didn't.
Well, it had it a little bit. The parts with
really.
A little bit.
It was the dang creature.
Yeah, but we didn't know that till the end.
You knew it the whole time.
Well,
it was always the creature. You knew that.
Truth be told, I think a lot of the time that I was reading this book, I listened to the audiobook of this, majority of it.
You were zoning out?
I think I was zoning out hardcore because I was so bored. I was bored out of my gourd.
It was so boring. nothing happened.
Nothing.
It was very repetitive. She was, and oh my, the writing, dear Lord, the writing. She was constantly like doing self-talk
Mm-hmm.
and repeating it over and over and over. And then the dialogue was so bad, especially with her therapist.
Oh, yeah, like that was
They
just
sounded like
unrealistic.
dialogue was taken from a self-help book. Oh, it was terrible.
It was so bad.
I mean, like, for an example, at the end, it's a text from her to her therapist. And her therapist is kind of like, I don't think I know how to pronounce the word. It's like a holistic healer as well as a therapist. A curandano or something like that.
I think I have to read it to be able to try and say it.
Yeah. Anyway, at the end, she texts her therapist and she literally like says, "Can you teach me your ways?"
Curandera.
Like, this book was so bad.
It was so bad. And I think it was supposed to be like this big thing of like she's taking back her life and your past isn't who you are, but also it is who you are. I was so confused. Like,
well, basically there was a curse on the women of the family that stem back to, from what I gather, the days of when the Spaniards invaded in Mexico. And there was a Aztec woman who was taken captive, and she makes a deal with this creature. So this creature couldn't just be a demon or a ghost or anything. It had to be some kind of like interdimensional thing that came from outer space.
Which was stupid.
It was so stupid.
It was so stupid. Like, honestly, just make it be a demon.
Yeah, right?
Because that alone would have been scary enough. Okay, demons are scary on their own. You don't need to make it be some weird old alien thing.
Yeah. So anyway, it did a deal with this woman, and it ended up turning into a curse on the women of this family for generations upon generations. And of course, there's some women that didn't have it. It kind of skipped over them for some reason. I don't know.
That wasn't explained. Yeah.
That wasn't explained. And then like some women were able to like not buy into it. Because basically the curse was this creature would like prey on them and make them think, like, give them the suicidal thoughts, make them think they're worthless, to the point where they kill themselves, and then it would feed off of their souls. So that was that, I guess.
That was something.
And so I guess there were some women of this family that just didn't buy into that for whatever reason.
Well, I mean.
And there was one of them that almost killed him, the creature.
Yeah, the soldier lady, right?
Yeah, Floor. She almost killed him.
Yeah, but then the way that it's like to kill it was so weird.
Yeah, I didn't
understand that. And then when they finally, like, why would you want to push that? Like, in order to stop this creature or whatever, they decided that, or somewhere they just knew that they had to push the creature inside of them to kill it.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make any sense? Like, let's just invite the evil in.
Yeah.
Let's invite the evil. Like,
I know that didn't really make much sense to me.
It didn't make any sense at all.
And the leaps, because so it might make sense if Alejandra had like journals of her ancestors to read or something. But there wasn't. There was all this talk about my ancestors and the women of my family and the circle of women. But yet there was never anything explored there was no journal. She had a few pictures and a few stories that her mother told her.
Yeah.
That was it. And so so she makes this huge leap that in order to defeat the creature, she has to die and take this creature, or be almost dead, so that the creature would try and feed off of her. And then she would push it into her belly. And there was also like huge emphasis placed on motherhood. So I didn't know if that was supposed to be the connection, like taking it into your womb or something. I don't know. I don't know.
If that was the case, then I don't think it did a very good job.
No.
Because
It was dumb.
It was like, if that's what they were trying to do, it's like, well, then obviously at the end when it's born again,
Yeah.
then what did you expect was going to happen? You literally took it into your womb. It was going to grow. You're nurturing it. Like,
I don't know. It was all dumb. It was all so dumb.
It was so bad.
And it could have been so good.
Yeah.
It could have been such a good commentary on, generational trauma and, using this curse as a metaphor for generational trauma of Hispanic women. It could have been so good. And it just wasn't.
Yeah, no.
And the writing was terrible.
It was rough.
The only thing I did like was the idea of the curse. I thought that was pretty cool. I liked the beginning. I think it got worse as it went along.
Which is not typical.
Yeah, the more it focused on Alejandra, the worse it got.
Yeah.
It started off really good.
So
I like the idea of the curse. I like the idea of this creature, which should have just been a demon, manifesting as La Llorona.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was good. But what was so stupid is one of the last chapters. Okay, so it would be like most of it was about Alejandra, and it'd be like her and her mother, or her and her husband, or her and her children, but most always her. But then there would be like flashbacks to the past. So it'd be like this one Aztec woman that supposedly kicked it all off. And then there was like her Alejandra's mother, Kathy. There was a chapter from her past, and then Kathy's mother, Frances, had abandoned the family, or they thought.
Yeah.
And so there was a chapter from her, and then the chapter from this floor from the 1800s. So in basically every time Alejandra found out about someone in her family, there was a chapter from their point, or their story.
Mm-hmm.
Which they were so bad because it wasn't like you weren't
learning anything from the chapters.
Well, it wasn't like you were in it living that chapter with them. It was like you were just told their story.
Yeah.
So there was, towards the end, a chapter from Rosa, who was supposedly La Llorona, which made no sense at all, because it started to make it sound like she was the one that kicked it all off, this curse, when it had happened centuries before. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just didn't make sense. And I think it was supposed to be this, empowering, Alejandra empowering herself through therapy, and then a supernatural angle to it, and then this spiritual faith healer. And it could have been so good.
Yeah. It just really kind of dropped the ball.
It did. It didn't make sense. And the writing, I know I keep saying this, but the writing was so bad. The dialogue especially, it's like people don't talk like that.
No. Like, not even close.
People don't talk like that. Ugh. No, whatever.
And I feel like she worked very hard to, like, try and make us, I guess, understand why Alejandra was having these thoughts. Like, work too hard to try and make it seem like she would, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like exaggerating like the husband, and making the husband be like just this absolute POS, and her talking about how she really kind of wishes she never had her kid, she never really wanted a kid or like whatever, and now like,
but now she loves them so much.
Yeah.
But the thing with her husband Matthew, we had to hear it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's like, honey, if you are that unhappy in your marriage, just get out. GTFO.
But I think every chapter with her in it had to talk about how unhappy she was and what Matthew did. And it was the same thing over and over and over. And I'm like, we get it. Do you get it? Because obviously you don't.
Yeah. It's like, I think you're the one that needs to be listening here.
And she's putting in all this hard work. Constantly telling you that she's putting in all this hard work with Melanie, her therapist. You go, oh my God.
Yeah.
You really didn't like this book?
No, I definitely...
I don't know what else to say about it. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. I was trying to think of things on the way here to say, to bring up. I'm just like, I don't really... There's not much. I just didn't like it. It was just bad.
It was bad. Well, I think if it hadn't missed its mark, there would be things to talk about, like how things were used to, portray. Because obviously, oh, and Melanie kept saying, brown women, we brown women, over and over and over and over and over again. And it's like, I get it, I do, but oh my gosh, it's like when you're talking to each other,
mm-hmm.
and granted we're white, so it's different, and I get that, but we don't sit here and go, we white women, us white women.
Yeah.
And I get that it's different. I do. I really do. But at some point, it's like when you're talking to someone like you,
you don't have to continually point it out.
Yeah, you just don't. Or switch it up. Women like us. Women who come from where we come from. Women, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it was the repetitiveness. This book was not very long. So...
like 259 pages.
259 pages. And it probably could have been half that if you cut out all the repeats.
Yeah.
But it never built. It never went anywhere.
No, even when they went to go take on the creature, that was like there was like hardly any buildup. It was all broken up too by the flashbacks or like whatever.
Yeah.
Which didn't help the lack of a buildup.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the stuff actually started happening, I didn't know it was happening because it was still so slow. And I'm like, oh, did she really just do that? Okay, this is done.
Oh, that's what's happening right now?
That's what's happening. Okay.
I still don't know how she got there.
I don't either.
I mean, when she first brought it up, I remember thinking, where did you come up with that? I have it. Like she was talking to her mom and her therapist, and it was like this big epiphany. I know what I need to do. I have to die.
It's like, are you sure that you're not just like
what?
saying that because you really just wanted to happen, or
I'm not quite understanding what you're saying here.
Yeah. No. Like, it made no sense.
It really didn't. It really, really didn't. I don't get it.
Anyway, so sad.
Could have been so much better.
It's a beautiful cover.
It is.
I hate when books that have a great idea and are pretty don't do good.
It's so unfair.
It is. Because now I'm gonna have to get rid of this book, and I want to keep it on my shelf because of the cover, but I can't justify it because I really hated it that much that I wouldn't even keep it on my shelf.
Hey, I kept Who Fears Death.
No, that's fair. I don't know which one of these is. Who Fears Death is worse?
Yeah, it's worse. Well, at least
It's worse, not by much. But
not
I
by
think it's
much,
worse.
but I guess at least that had a progression you could follow. This one was like, spin your wheels, spin your wheels, spin your wheels. And she was always talking about this amazing progress that she was making with her therapist. And in the very next sentence, she would say, I don't know what to do. And all the time, over and over again. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I did think it was gonna be good because I did kind of relate to Alejandra in the beginning. I think the very beginning. Talking about feeling stuck and like she didn't have anything of her own and all of this.
Mm-hmm.
But it never went anywhere after that. So then I was done. And Matthew turned into a one-note wonder.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He never did anything. He never did anything truly bad, but he never did anything good either. So he was just always stuck in this like middle, like I'm sort of an asshole.
I don't think he was sort of an asshole. He was one. But yeah, it wasn't like an extreme level.
No. I mean, he really wasn't. I mean, he wasn't obviously not good guy, but he was who he was. It's not like he did a bait and switch on her.
That's true.
He was who he was.
Yeah, so it's kind of her own fault for. She chose that man.
She did. And then, I mean, the point being, though, when she decided that she was stupid when she was younger and made a mistake and wanted to change, he didn't love her. He loved the idea of what she was and how she fit into his life.
Yeah.
But, I mean, really, I don't know anybody that's quite that shallow. I mean, he really had no insight at all into the woman that he'd been living with for over a decade. Really? None? The point when she's having a breakdown and feeling suicidal, and his whole point, his whole spiel to her was we'll just be happy.
I think that was realistic.
I mean, no. It's like, you're not going to sell me on that he cares about her at all.
Oh, he didn't care. He didn't care at all. He just wanted to have, the white picket fence and all the image.
Mm-hmm. But if he was as controlling as she made him out to be, why did he not have her in therapy? Why did he not make her go to therapy? Why did he not do anything? If he was as controlling as he was made out to be.
Because if he would have made her go to therapy, then she would have. He was probably afraid that she would come to the conclusion that, oh, I don't have to put up with this.
But she also made it a point in there to say that he had been telling her she needed to go to therapy. She had to go to therapy.
That's fair.
This book was all over the place. It made no sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why I didn't like it. That and the damn writing.
It was rough, man. I think a fifth grader could write a better book than this.
Basically, if you are looking for a book about generational trauma that is manifested as a demon with a curse, don't read this book. Find something else.
I mean, doesn't have a demon, but multi-generational trauma. What was that one we read at the bookstore? The ghost.
Oh, yeah, The Sentence.
Read that one instead.
Yeah, that's true.
That one's a much more well done.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Yeah, that was a better book.
I still didn't love that one, but I definitely thought it was better.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what that looks like. I don't know what else to say about this book. It just wasn't good.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
We don't have. We shut down when we read books that we don't like, unless they're like really.
Unless they're really bad and we need to rant about it.
Yeah. That typically only comes out for like. Well, I guess
It comes out.
it comes out every now and again.
Yeah. Fourth Wing.
Yeah, Fourth Wing. And Iron Flame.
Yeah.
Haunting Adeline.
Oof. That was a book.
It was. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah. That was a book that somebody wrote.
Never know why.
Whatever. If I can find a passage. I think what got me and made it sound so strange is like in the dialogue, the way they use like contractions, like sometimes there would be contractions and sometimes there wouldn't be. And so it's like whenever it's in dialogue and you don't use contractions, it just sounds wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I won't be able to find it now. I probably should have started like doing sticky notes. Oh, look at your little bat.
No, cute. I was trying to figure out why there was a different there's a line between like the top of his head and then his actual head. I'm like, oh, that's a skull. That's why. You dummy tard.
I got it now. This is much easier than the paint by numbers we had last month.
I still haven't finished that. It's still sitting in the box in my hallway. That paint by numbers is a young person thing.
It really is. Somebody with much better eyes than I have.
Than we have. That was rough.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure this is exciting for anybody watching because, sorry.
Hey, it's okay. We're just taking a chill. It's a chill Sunday. Okay, we're just hanging out.
What? Dude, that's the same color.
Yeah, okay, so there's like two of them, like the purples in here. One of them says it's a light violet and one's a deep violet. They're the same color. Look at that flower. It's the same color.
That is not the same color as that lid either. This says vivid green. And it's coming out the same as this one.
Maybe this is why they were at TJ Maxx.
Maybe so.
Accidentally labeled or put two of the same ones in there and labeled them wrong.
Maybe so. Mismarked.
Oh well. It was like $10 for this whole thing, and on Amazon they're like $50. So
there you
I'm not gonna complain.
There you go. Who cares? Okay, let's see what that really light green looks like. The lime. Well, anyway.
Yep.
I think this is probably the shortest book club we've ever had.
Yeah. Don't get used to it. But
yeah, but your first time watching us.
Yeah.
This is very unusual.
Yeah. We also haven't officially picked out the books for the next 3 months yet. So if you have any suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, we know next month's book, though, don't we?
Or are we for sure going with that one? You good with that
Might
one?
as well, yeah.
All right. Well, then, the July book club book is going to be Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin something. I don't remember what his last name is. But it's a newer release. I think it came out earlier this year or late last year or something.
I don't know. I know you picked it up on our last, or one of the ones, our last shopping trip.
Yeah. Benjamin Stevenson. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. Published March 2022. Wow, that's older than I thought it was.
That has been out a while.
Anyway, there's one of the covers. The cover I have is red. But I think it's supposed to be a very like textbook murder mystery.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
I like those.
I heard that it's like very like OG murder mystery.
Yay.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
I like murder mysteries. And because she put it out there, Cass said, if we do that one, she's joining us.
Yes.
So
We might have a third.
you're on the hook now, Cass.
So that'll be fun. We're gonna have to think of something cool to do for that. For an activity. Which, if you also have suggestions for activities that you want us to do or want to do with us or whatever, let us know those as well because
Yeah. We're kind of running out of some ideas here.
I'm struggling. Every day I'm struggling.
All right, this one's the same color too, I swear.
Oh no.
No, it's a little bit different shade. I guess that one was a little tiny bit lighter, but
Not a lot.
not a lot.
Anyway, that's
Yeah.
all we have.
I can't.
For the
I'll just
book.
keep going on about how I hated this book. The writing. There was really not much I did like about it. So
There wasn't anything I liked about this book.
so
Sadly.
there you go.
This is going to bring my average rating down for June.
I like the idea of it, but I didn't finish it until last night, so I still have time
For
to
July, I guess.
make up.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be reading better
I
books.
finished it this morning, so I guess it'd be July.
It is July. Yep.
But yeah.
Oh, that's a different color.
Be sure to go follow us over on Instagram and TikTok. We'll be wow. When we figure out the other books that we're going to be reading for what would that be, August and September,
Mhm.
we'll post all of that over there on Instagram and TikTok and all that. So that's would be a good way to stay up to date on what we're reading.
Mhm.
Is this color the same color? Please be the same color. Okay, good. The pinks all look the same.
As if something like depended on it being the same color.
Yeah.
Oh no. I won't get my gold star.
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay. Are we like done?
We're done. Yeah.
We're just sitting here doing boring stuff for people watching. So
My bad so far.
there we go. So
Yep. So anyway, go
There
check
you
us
go.
out. Instagram, TikTok for all that updates and more content. Let us know if you have any books suggestions, activity suggestions. Follow us, like, subscribe, do all of the things.
all the stuff. And while
All
you're
the
doing
stuffs.
all that stuff, be sure you check out the rest of Amy's channel because she has a lot more than just book stuff. There is home decor and home renovations and deep cleaning videos and kitty cats and cooking and I don't know what else, shopping hauls and yeah, all that kind of stuff. And then if you want even more, you can go check out her blog where she has even more content. You can do Watch It Wednesdays where she recommends Netflix videos to watch, or Foodie Fridays where she goes out to eat and does restaurant reviews. So check it all out and become a part of the entire Everyday Epic family.
Yeah, an Everyday Adventure family.
Yeah, that thing. The Everyday Epic is part of the Everyday Adventurers family. Yeah, that one.
But anyway,
it's all good.
I don't like that color combination. Okay. Anyway, on that note, we're gonna end this now before it gets even worse. So
yeah, the shortest one we've ever done.
Yep.
Ever.
I guess. Thanks, book. But yeah. So we'll see you August 1st. First Sunday of August.
First Sunday of August.
For everyone in my family's killed someone. And every other Sunday.
Oh, you know what? It won't be. We'll have to switch August because I'm going to be in Wichita for the conference that weekend.
Yeah. Okay, so the second Sunday of August.
Second Sunday of August.
Most likely.
There will be something posted the first Sunday in August. It just won't be a live thing. We'll have to do that the second because I just remembered I'm not going to be here. So. Yay!
Oh. What's the fireworks? That was...
What the hell?
That's
you know what'd be really funny is if we're the only ones that can see that.
I hope everyone can see that.
Why would it do that? Do it again. What is that about? No. I guess we only get it a few times.
I guess. I don't know. That was
That
weird.
is going to be really funny, though, if we're the only ones that can see that.
People are going to think we're crazier than we really are. But anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to do it for us today. I hope you enjoyed watching and just hanging with us while we colored. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.